Chovy is currently 12-1 against his former team since he left. Griffin was 4-0 versus Griffin, then 8-1 last year against DRX.
Ruler to Samdi from Gen G Academy. I will stomp him. 7 games, 7 unique picks. Will Ruler pull out another new pick against the rookie?
It'll be the Graves, though, instead of the Gragas. Considering the magic damage on this team already, you will gain a lot more damage profile with this. And what can normally be a fairly oppressive matchup.
Uh-oh. Wow, they're getting in there. The Ignite comes out. Do they have enough damage? No attachability here for Lehens, and he will go down as the heal comes out onto Vista. Flash is going to miss with the Q, but Ruler will pick up the kill. Now, can Samdi follow up with his own kill? One more auto would do it.
Doesn't have
he is going to get away.
Push on that prio doesn't happen. Actually finally gets punished here. Flash forward binding into the Ignite. Lehen's unable to attach. He's on cooldown, and they just push him away. Now Ruler does trade back, but is shoved out of lane. There's a lot of minions here, so it's definitely a huge win here for Hanwha Life Esports because this is already a high-range, frustrating duo to lane against. If Ruler dies here, the situation is even. Lee Sin has been, as Dudu is going to take a lot of damage here, turns around.
As you're one to do, Ghost is going to come out here. There's no mana for Dudu. I don't think he's going to be able to dash away from this one. He has to flat.
Right now, Peanut's coming over to disrupt him again.
No. I mean, he's going to face check the jungle as over the wall he will go.
Blue graph is 300 for Hanwha, but.
Okay, the trap is going to come in, and unfortunately, Ruler gets himself in an awful position, and that is the power of this duo. As even the ultimate is going to be used up on the top side. They're trying to push as fast as possible, but OnFleek is here.
Level 4, but he is here.
Yeah, Chovy, though, coming in as well. OnFleek doing a really nice job, though, trying to get on top of Chovy and get that damage in, but Chovy will flash to his team as the Lee Sin will get the kill, but he pays for it with his life. A double kill.
Shove him out. So you have to come up here to protect Dudu. Otherwise, Dudu dies here for free. The problem is that OnFleek is unable to actually turn this into a winning trade or survive himself because he went so deep to actually collapse onto Chovy here. Now you have to get the kill, but because it's one jungler versus none.
Samdi wants the turret, and oh, that is... that's not what you want to see from your Yuumi. Gets caught in mid-attach.
A rotation up here too from Chovy. It's an all-out brawl.
They're trying to kite them down again. No Yuumi ultimate will come in. They try to get inside the shroud of the Gwen, but they're finally able to take them down. But here's Chovy just doing a ton of damage from range. Not quite enough, though. As you can see, a snipe on a Ruler, he will barely survive. That's why you use your potion
at this stage. So even though this fight looks like he can actually basically 1v3 at the end, he cannot. As he's on the edge here with the Yuumi. And look at all the damage that comes through. Lehens goes low. Peanut just barely survives here. And Chovy is pushed out of this fight by OnFleek. It just cannot get in there to kill Karis or continue there. 30 seconds until this second Drake spawns. I think Hanwha Life Esports.
Oh! That was clean. And Vista takes the kill. Doesn't matter.
But will not, or I don't know if it was a smite or not, but will get the secure, but not the eye.
Yeah, they've still got time. Looks like they're wrapping around. The Crescent Guard has to come out here, and the Yuumi jumps onto Peanut just to save him.
You know, one of the points you raised earlier as we watched this on Fleek, insect moment, bam, on the other side of Lehens. By the way, Lehens, arguably our most famous Yuumi player here in the LCK, just really getting greedy here. He went to ward, right? He was like, I don't know what's in there, so I'm going to put a ward there. Not knowing what was in there was his downfall. You got that Baron Pride. Now, Chovy is flanking here. They didn't catch that one.
Yeah, this is actually a really good setup from Gen G, although Peanut a little bit left all alone, has to Crescent Guard before the fight truly begins. And that's going to be to the benefit of Hanwha Life, of course. They've got a nice amount of poke, too. The range of Caitlyn, the lasers that come out from Victor, the locks, obviously. A lot of ways to catch targets and kind of just sit back as long as the positioning is good.
Like, we can't get this. Let's walk away. It's not soul point.
Karis might be in a little bit of trouble here against the Gwen as he's just going to stand in that one, but he's still got the chase here, and the Needles potentially is going to miss that, and he's still going, and the shield come out, and Vista is there again.
Vista with the shield, with the final spark, coming in there, helping get that kill.
And I think it took longer for Dorn to get the kill than he expected it to, because he was chasing very deeply there. And, you know, if no one's there, he gets the kill, he backs away, yes, but he was still taking a risk by...
Yeah.
We're going to take another look here.
This is from the perspective of Karis, of course.
안 죽어.
Gets the stun, and Karis says, come. And then boom.
나이스.
There's the shield. Very nicely done. Hiding where he is wrapping around. Kick onto Chovy.
Wow.
That's not who you want, though.
Yeah, they're pretty far in there. But, I mean, now Chovy's got some items. Doran's scary. Peanut's very tanky. I mean, it's not a guaranteed win anymore.
It's certainly not, and you don't have great prio anymore either. Chovy teleported bot, and now you're just kind of grouping up as 5, hoping for an engage, but Chovy's so tanky.
All right, I mean, OnFleek is going to go in, and he has to flash away. It's just a little bit too little, too late. Nobody follows him there. It's not a full team engage. Homalife very happy. As Doran is right over the wall, and Homalife say, you know, basically what you said, Wolf, we got to do the Baron or nothing. We have to get some value out of this, or I won't be happy, as OnFleek is right in there. And he gets Peanut into that back line. Peanut just melts, and Doran is not enough of a front line. He's going to go down, and look at this damage now coming out from the Lux and the front lining of Dudu. Karis is able to run in there, so is Samdi, and they're able to win this fight in a big way. They're trying to get Chovy as well, and they will, as the shutdown comes in into the hands of Samdi, and they get the ace with the cap.
And he plays it so brilliantly. And then Gen.G, who are trying to actually get Doran into position to threaten the back line here, are way out of position. These 2 stopwatches here for OnFleek and Karis buy enough time for the rest of Homalife Esports to pull off of Baron and control a choke with, by the way, as you mentioned, big Lux damage and a Victor. In a choke point like this, you never want to be where Gen.G were, but they were kind of forced into it when that kick came through from Karis. The double stopwatch usage was perfect. And this is just going to be extra gold going over to the Graves and the Caitlyn. They'll grab.
But if you're ahead and you can force the enemy team to come into you, as this is interesting. They're right into the back of it is Gen.G as Doran desperately tries to get that damage down. Now Peanut is in there for the follow-up. And look at Dudu just making sure nobody else joins the fight. Plays bodyguard, and that desperate dive does not work. Homalife might just be able to push an end.
I don't want to read what the fans are going to say about Chovy for that one after this. We've definitely had some LCK realm warps these past 2 years. This might be one of them, as Ruler's just shoved out of the fight here, and that very likely just going to be the end of the game.
Yeah, I mean, they still have the Baron. They could just target the Nexus, but again, having trouble with ending, I suppose. Ruler is pretty scary with the cat on his back and red buff, but yeah, they can just regroup back up and attack the Nexus, and that is exactly what they are going to do. Homalife Esports take an upset victory over Gen.G in game number 1.
Second loss of the season here for Gen.G in terms of single games of League of Legends.
So very well played by Homalife. Not exactly what we were expecting.
Karis made some really good decisions this game too. Like, he was exactly where he needed to be. Did not really overextend in side lanes. Samdi was fed so much plate gold.
들어오는 거 찾을게.
이거 봐줘야 돼.
뒤.
나 봐줘.
캐트. 나 방어 1초. 신장.
딜 못해. 잡아 그냥. 뚫자 가자.
오케이, 이거 바로 끝내.
얘들아 천천히. 진정해.
그러니까 들어가지 말고 미니언 봐.
앞에서 빅토르랑 캐틀 걷어내줘.
네, 라인클도 안 돼. 라인클 안 돼.
앞에서 빅토르랑 캐틀 걷어내줘.
야 연막 뿌릴게.
응.
라이즈 너클. 포탑.
타워부터.
더. 라이즈가 라인 못 지우게.
타워부터.
포킹 맞지 말고. 라인 속박.
타워 치면 돼. 우리 타워 치면 돼.
천천히. 아직 20초 남았어. 라인 지우고.
라인부터.
라인 주고 다시 천천히.
이번에 나 공 18초. 15초.
가자.
이번에 쳐봐 다시.
가자.
라이즈.
내꺼. 타워.
나이스 얘들아.
나이스.